We were working on getting everything painted and everything ready to go, and voila, it's all painted and ready to go. When choosing an accent color for a house, it can be challenging at times. Glass knobs were part of the charm of this house originally, so we decided to keep that charm. This bathroom was one of the drastic changes we made throughout this house. But then how do we do the corners then?
We would probably have to caulk it. So last episode, we ended by showing you the beginning process of the wallpapering over the mantle. What?
We didn't have to caulk it.
And we did not have to caulk it. He is exactly right.
But I need to caulk this corner.
Caulk it, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Love you, bye. We don't have to caulk it.
But that being said, I think it turned out absolutely great as is. I think it looks really nice and it helps tie all of the colors throughout the house together.
One of the features of this living room is the chandelier. It has a golden medallion and it has a lot of glass. It's definitely a piece to brighten up the place. Okay, so we were on our way out from here. We had work all day long. And then there's that train that crosses the middle of the street and you cannot go anywhere until it's done, and it's like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I told you, park here, let's just go and walk through it. And there was this little store going out of business. And in that store, we walked through it, we're like, nah, there's nothing, bunch of junk. And as we were going out, I told you, oh my God, that chandelier is amazing. It will go perfect with the trip house. And you were like, why don't you ask if they sell it? And I told you, I don't think they would, but no, well, let's ask.
Yeah.
And we asked, and like they sold it to us for $25.
Yeah, honestly, like I couldn't remember if this was the one because like we have so many like nice, intricate light pieces throughout the house. I have trouble keeping up with which one's which.
I know, this was the one. And when we added that plate,
oh yeah,
that completely made it all tied together.
That medallion made a huge difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts of this room has to be the fireplace.
Definitely.
The tile of the fireplace matches the tile in the bathroom, so it kind of helps tie everything together and makes everything feel a little more cohesive, while at the same time making this a really warm space. I can imagine a family sitting here with some fire, some hot cocoa, maybe a Christmas tree, and just make this a very, very fun, livable space.
And I love how the wallpaper, like we have the pink, we have the blue, we have the green. It's just very cohesive.
Yeah, I think it's like a perfect mix of like what this, I honestly think if you wanted to show someone what this house was, this would be like the best starter room to show them.
From the living room, through the French doors, you go into the dining room, where we redid all the floors, we added all paint, took out all the wallpaper.
I mean, I can just remember us peeling the wallpaper out of that room.
Don't get me started. It's just no.
But I think it just makes a world of a difference. And I love the way it looks now.
It looks fantastic.
These floors look phenomenal.
They do. It's amazing where they are now and where they used to be. I mean, remember it had like cat litter. Right?
Yeah,
It was bad. I mean, it had stickers and it was just, but it was a shame because it had so much charm. So we wanted to keep that charm. It has a lot of charm. Part of the charm of this house originally. So we decided to keep that charm.
Like, I can't believe that these are the original floors of the house. Like, they look brand new. I mean, sure, there may be an area here or there, but I think that just adds charm.
I know that. And what was more than a nightmare than the wallpaper was cleaning that chandelier. You had to take out every single crystal in there and wash it very good, give it a nice coat of paint, and it was perfect.
Now this is probably my favorite like lighting fixture in the house, just because this is, I know for sure, this is one of the original ones of the house.
Oh, I know that. And it was so dirty and it was yellow and you cannot really, it was always beautiful, but once we had it all clean and redone, it looks fantastic. I mean, the nightmare was taking this out. This was...
Oh, the pendants, yeah.
Oh.
You know, I didn't see the cleaning process of this. I just saw before and after. And when I saw it after, I couldn't believe it was the same one.
I know, it's...
And I'm sorry, but I'm a sucker for green and gold together. And just this tone of gold mixes perfect with this tone of green.
And I love how we have glass throughout the house, like where the doorknobs are, but also the little knobs and the light fixture. I think that completely makes it cohesive and organic.
And it makes, like, the glass throughout really makes these smaller spaces feel really open.
Absolutely.
Some of the simpler rooms in the house, yet still some of the more effective ones, have to be the bedrooms. All the bedrooms are configured exactly the same. They have all new wood floor paneling. They all have the same light fixtures.
They are very charming.
They're very charming.
Charm.
But that being said, I think all of the bedrooms, they feel really homey. They feel like a good place where you could curl up and take a nap. They have great natural lighting, and I just think that they are absolute staples of this house.
We had brand new floors, which add a lot of color and light to this room, I believe. It's a shame because remember this room had the original hardwood floors under it, but they were all rusted and not rusted, what's the word?
Rotted. Like
Rotted.
They couldn't be salvaged. Like we had to do a full replacement of this. And honestly, that while that was sad, I do like the option we chose.
We also had that door here that go to the bathroom, remember?
Yeah.
It was right there. You can barely see that nothing was there.
Barely, you can't see it at all.
I know, it's amazing.
So like, this is the addition to the bedroom, and originally this wasn't really supposed to be an addition, but to be honest, it was just kind of like a catch-all room. Like it really didn't have a pure purpose. So I think the decisions we made really, really helped.
Originally, this bedroom was green, bright green. It was bright green, the windows were all pretty much busted.
Yeah, like they had cracks in them.
Yeah, and then we had those other two windows back there.
Yeah, like there were like windows that led into the garage that they had just wallpapered over.
Yeah, and it was weird. So we took those out, and then we redid some of the sheetrock work here. We have a nice closet, and our favorite light fixture.
Now this is one of my favorite parts of like the bedrooms altogether, is this chandelier, which also doubles as a ceiling fan.
I know, that's a great combo. Like, what? How better? You get the looks, it doesn't look like a fan, and you just click a little button and...
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like that modern, like, practicality mixed with that antique kind of like vintage vibe we're going with through the house.
And if you remember in the first episode, I was like, and that fan is gonna go on, that fan is gonna go on.
Yeah.
That was the perfect compromise because it is a fan, but it's also a chandelier, and I love it.
I love this concept, but I really don't think there could have been a better project for this to be in. Like it matches every other lighting fixture so well. The tones are there, the colors are there. I just think it's fun.
And it does cool you off. In the hallway, we did a bunch of painting. The walls were just yellow and stained. It was bad.
This space is a lot brighter now that it's like white and not like cigarette
It
stained
took
yellow. Yeah.
10 coats of paint. I promise, like our team of painters and us too, and our friend Gabe, it was just probably a whole day painting this place over and over because it was just so yellow and we washed the walls and we did everything and just couldn't get that yellow out until finally it looks fantastic, especially the ceiling. The ceiling was bad too. One thing that Cooper and I a lot of times differ from is that he measures everything and I don't measure anything. So the light fixtures that are in the hallway were supposed to go in the kitchen, but they're very little. So it looked very funny to have those very little tiny bit light fixtures in a big kitchen. So we transitioned them from the kitchen to the hallway.
You would think that'd be like a learning lesson for him and he would end up like learning to measure.
It's not. Not at all.
Not at all. I really like the lights in here. I feel like they match the doorknobs really, really well. And you're right, these would have been way too small for the kitchen.
I
But
know.
in a space like this, they work perfectly fine.
I will listen to you from now on and measure them.
I know you're-
That was just awful.
I know you're not gonna measure, but it's okay. I'm glad you admitted it.
Yeah.
So the largest room in the house and the one that caused us the most trouble overall has to be the den.
It was a nightmare. That was nightmare on Calvert Street. That's why.
I mean, from like the holes in the ceiling to like the general like floor buckling underneath our feet, it was just
awful.
a mess.
It was awful.
And here we have the den.
No, this was crazy.
When we first got here, just walking through, like I didn't know like which areas of the floor were safe, which ones weren't, but the foundation is solid. The roof doesn't look like it's gonna cave in anymore.
And it's fixed outside too.
Yeah. So it took a lot of effort and it took a lot of work, but I'm really, really happy with the way it turned out. All white walls, brand new floor, new ceiling,
New sheetrock, new
sheetrock.
floor.
Pretty much out of every room in this house, that's the one that has a brand new everything. New lighting fixtures, new light covers. It really is like the one room that got a facelift. And like, look at the natural light. Like originally, like this was covered, like
All this was wood panel. Remember?
wood, dark wood
Dark
paneling.
wood panel. So it really created, it looks even bigger than it was before.
Oh, fully. Like this is like the biggest room in the house.
I think so. My absolute favorite room in the house has to be the bathroom. I mean, that room was another challenge of the house. Cooper says that it was a den. It's not. It's a bathroom. It was definitely a piece of work, from taking a door down, moving plumbing from one wall to another. I mean, it was a complete nightmare. This is shocking to me. Like, I couldn't even believe it's the same room in the house.
This felt like a really teeny tiny room, and now it feels like a nice, good sized, respectable bathroom.
Especially when you don't have a lot of bathrooms per room. I feel like if you're sharing a bathroom with other bedrooms, you need to have a nicer size bathroom.
And on top of all of that, this blue, it's wonderful. This is like Long Branch Co. color blue. It's just beautiful. I love it because it works with silver, it works with gold, it works with black, it works with white. It's just
Everything.
It works with everything.
And I love, these are little things that matter, you know how they say sometimes? So I love that you can open the shower without getting in there.
Yeah.
And you don't get wet. I mean, that's perfect.
I know, I hate getting into a shower, like to have to turn it on. I have to say, I think I'm really, really happy with how that room turned out.
Oh, me too.
Like, the colors and just like the metal tone.
Don't forget that chandelier. That chandelier, I had it in the dumpster, and Cooper was like, no, don't throw it away. So we had our girls clean it very, very good. Thank you, Abby. If you're watching this, we appreciate you. Clean it all good, and it looks fabulous there. It adds that statement piece in the bathroom.
But like, it just kind of goes to show that like a room like this, we were able to give a brand new life using materials we had on hand, or like not having to spend a lot. I mean, the tile, the sink itself. I mean, the sink is original too. I mean, it wasn't originally in this bathroom.
And also the light fixture. It just makes perfect sense in there. It adds that charm to it. The patio was more of a deconstruction than it was a construction, because we took all the screens, we took all the stuff that was there, we fixed the roof of it, and it really turned out to be fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's an absolutely great livable space. I mean, we're in East Texas, people like to be outside, people like to be outdoors, and I think that this is just a nice little transitionary area between the inside and the outside, so you can feel outside without leaving the comfort of your home. Now this is a huge difference.
I know, it's so open, we fixed our fence too. It looks fantastic.
Like, I feel like you can start cooking in the kitchen and then come out here, there's like, you could be a grill, a patio, like you could just eat just right next to the playground, and it just lets in like all this natural light. I love this space. So the final room of the house is supposed to be the kitchen, but to my surprise, I walk in today and I see that it's not done. What in the...
Here, I mean, with this lighting,
Danny,
it's...
can you come to the kitchen for a minute?
Sure. What's up?
What is this? Apparently, someone failed to communicate to me that it wasn't going to be done yet because he decided to add granite countertops.
I'm someone. I'm sorry. I thought I'd mention it. Oh, I forgot to tell you. We were gonna have some granite countertops put in. I know you thought it was done. I know.
But like, I mean, okay, but like This is supposed to be the final walkthrough.
I know, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's fine. It is. I was just like, I just didn't know about it. So it just kind of took me by surprise.
Well, you know, I feel like you needed to have that seal of elegance, that seal of cohesiveness. Like, it needs a little something extra. What can we do? So I just called Bernardo. I was like, hey, come put some granite in here. Now, before you freak out, it will be done next week. Like, we're almost done. We're cutting it. I'm sorry I forgot to tell you.
Okay.
It just happens often, you know. I just felt like it will be reflective of our quality as a company to have nice granite countertops instead of the Formica ones. And this house needed that. You know, I feel like the kitchen needed a little extra something. It was always missing an extra something. And that's it.
Listen, I'm not complaining. I think it's a great idea. I just wish I would have been in the loop on it.
I know, the whole crew, it was so embarrassing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, crew. Sorry, brides. So it's been a week, and we're back on Calvert Street. Our countertops are finally in. It took just a little bit longer than we were expecting, but the final product is fantastic.
Oh, wow. This looks fantastic.
I told you so.
Yeah, like honestly, like I was skeptical at first, but I think this was worth the wait.
It's completely different place, it looks like. Like, it really elevated this kitchen.
You know, I have to admit, I think you made the right decision.
What did I tell you? Even when I'm not right, I'm right. There was nothing necessarily wrong with that white, but I feel like this is better quality. You know, it speaks more Long Branch Co. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. We have plenty of more content coming your way. Stay tuned. Every week we're gonna have new videos of different things that we do at Long Branch Co. But until then, also stay tuned for the new season of Don't Flip Out.
I'm Cooper.
And I'm Daniel.
And until next time, remember to keep doing things
The Long Branch way.